I didn't want them to do that, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't want people to know because I didn't want to live that every day. Have to deal with that on the, you know what I'm saying? He killed the police. He a cop killer.
When they hit you and said 30 years, mentally, were you like, because again, you're young, you're not that old, you know, this is not the end of your life. Were you like, I know you were like, I could do that, but were you like, at least it's not life, at least it's not 50 plus, at least were you like, all right, 30, I could probably manage.
Nah, you know what? This is gonna trip you out.
Please.
Boy, I lied to everybody. I never told nobody.
That
I had 30 years, nobody knew. My best friends, my partners. I had to tell my partner, my best friend right now, I had to apologize to him the other day. I said, man, you're gonna hear some stuff that you're gonna be like, damn, he never knew I had 30 years, bro, never. I lied to that man every time. I didn't want nobody to know what I was in there for. I didn't want nobody to see me like that, because could you imagine as a kid having that type of crime, having that type of time, telling your friends that and they finna go home? You know what they gonna say to you? Man, you ain't never getting out this bitch, bro. They gonna stand your ass up, nigga. You through.
They'll treat you like it. Yeah.
They gonna treat you like that. They gonna deal with you like that. And I didn't want to be dealt with like that. I wanted them to see me as a dude that's gonna go home with them.
Right.
I don't want you to look at me like that, bro, because now you gonna try to crash me out, all that. Oh, you got 30 years, you can. Nah, we not doing that, bro. I go parole next year, man.
Yeah.
I can't do that, man.
What were you telling them? Like, how much time you had? What were you saying?
I tell them 10 years, I tell them 5 years, I tell them whatever the fuck I feel like telling them.
Yeah.
Whoever you was, whatever I feel like would give me a little grace period. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to do 15 to come up, so it was like, okay, do 15 years. Tell them you got 10, you do 10. You
I got extra little 1 year. I did a little something.
You got to ride on beat over here,
gotta
man.
do a little 2
and
more.
I caught 5 more years over there, so shit, you know, I was on Cofield over here and caught 3 more years over there. Some people don't know.
It's actually very smart, because people do change up when they hear you got that.
Man, the game
football numbers, they like, okay, yeah, you done. You cooked.
They gonna do that.
Versus 5, that, okay, bet we could ride with you.
Because I done it. To other dudes, I had partners in there with life without parole.
Yeah.
And we partners hooping and shit. Niggas ain't gonna never get out this hole. It's crazy. They gonna, this they life. They gonna die in this bitch. Like, that shit real. You know what I'm saying?
So if you don't mind, you know, speak to it as far as what was your first, because again, I want people to know, even though you're from the streets, you was only doing loose Derrick, now you about to do the big time, and even Tef in the unit as far as it being new. For you, what was your first 24, 72 hours like, you know what I'm saying, going in? Sound like it was almost like free game because it was something new.
But see, like I told you earlier, when I went to prison, like my first 3 days in prison, it was all about establishing yourself.
Now, mind you, you said that they were trying to offer you PC.
Nah, we don't want that. We ain't doing that like that. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get in that lane like that, that's a lot of you. A lot come with that PC shit, man. It's like,
who was offering that to you? Who was
the
trying
state?
to get you?
They offer you that in certain crimes. They offer you whether you want to go to protective custody or not. You know what I mean? If you don't want to go, you don't gotta go. If you want to go, you can go for a certain amount of time. Then they'll kick you out. But they're not gonna make you go to population if you got a serious crime like that. They ain't gonna do that.
Are they labeling you a cop killer at this time?
Nah, they didn't know.
Okay,
what I'm trying to tell you.
So, yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You see that? I didn't want them to do that, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't want people to know, because I didn't want to live that every day. Have to deal with that on the, you know what I'm saying? He killed the police. He a cop killer. He did. Nah, we not doing that, bro. I ain't doing that. I'm finna come down here, do this little bit, and get the fuck up out this hole. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So you decline it. You're like, nah, I'm gonna put me with the whatever you do
put me
regular.
With everybody else. I'm regular. I don't need that. I'm all right.
How was it adjusting again? How was the first 24 hours? How was the first 72 hours? Again, again, you're coming from county, so you kind of built a little bit. Yeah. And then real quick, did anybody from county prepare you for what this time was about to be?
All the time. All the old cats that was in the prison. See, they had us on a murder tank. That's what they called it. Everybody on that tank had murder cases, everybody.
Okay.
So you around all murderers, everybody. And I remember, and see, this the crazy part. And I'm gonna show you this. This the game these people play. Granted, if you killed somebody, just hypothetically, you independent, you locked up in county, and they hadn't charged you, and they told you, man, you don't want capital murder, bro, because they give you capital murder, you either gonna get life or death. That's it. You want murder or manslaughter, right? That's what you want to charge, right? That's what they tell you. Are you gonna forget that? So if you got a charge of capital murder, you think would you not remember that?
No, I remember that.
Yeah, you gonna remember that.
Yeah.
Them people never charged me with capital murder, never.
To your benefit.
No, but they end up charging me down the line.
Not with capital murder, just
with capital murder.
Are you serious?
Behind my back.
So you pled guilty
to murder?
To murder.
But
and then they heightened it, or what like how did
they did was the same day that I could have brought my paper, you can show you this. The same day that I pled guilty for this murder, it took 30 years, they re-indicted me with capital murder and put it in my file.
You felt that was the plan all the time?
That was the plan all the time, to keep me down there all them years. So when they read it, he capital murder. It's different.
Damn.
So I never had a chance at parole, never.
Did your lawyer miss that or something? Like what?
He a part of it. He don't care. He don't care about that. See what I'm saying? That's the game they played. And I never knew that until years later. I got a capital murder.
How'd you find out? I mean, what came up?
Because I had wrote the Innocent Project people. You know what I'm saying? And
Explain to the people what the Innocent Project is.
The Innocent Project people are people that fight for people that are wrongly convicted, right? That they got charged for crimes that they didn't commit, or the evidence didn't prove that they committed it or whatever. So they fight for your rights to be exonerated. So I wanted to be exonerated due to the fact that I didn't get due process of being able to defend my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anytime somebody is a threat to your life, you got a right to defend it. I don't care who you are. So I never should have been charged for murder because I didn't knowingly, willingly, nor intentionally cause death. You know what I'm saying?
That manslaughter, really, to be honest.
I would have been gone. So once I got past 20 years, I was like, man, they got me down here just dry, so I'm finna try to do something. Yeah. So I wrote them and they looked into my case and they told me, they was like, Mr. Wicks, I don't know how you even got 30 years. I said, what you mean? Because you're charged with capital murder. I'm like, I ain't never got charged with capital murder. They was like, yeah, you did. I said, no, I didn't. It's in your file. Man, them people ain't never charged me no capital murder. Like I forgot. Right. But I know I didn't get charged with capital murder. But what they did was when I went from TDC, the county to TDC, they take all your property. All my property, my indictments was in my property. They threw my property away. So when I went to TDC, I don't got my property. Where my property at? We don't know, Mr. Wicks, gone go. What you mean, where my shit at? Gone go. Like, damn, you ain't gonna get my property? So now, I don't got no indictment no more. So now, 20 years down the line, I get an indictment with capital murder. Man, I ain't never had this.
So you wouldn't even seen this paperwork since for 20 years.
Never would have knew. And they told me, they was like, we just can't prove
that. You didn't know that. We don't have cameras of the
We don't have
the conversations.
And a lot of the stuff that you need to fight the case is gone.
Damn.
The evidence, they got rid of it. It's not there because they knew what they were doing.
Damn.
He gonna want to fight it down the line and he ain't gonna have nothing to fight with.
Did you yourself ever visit the law library?
All the time.
Early on? Like, were you worried about early on?
All the time. Maybe like, I used to go to the law library just to get out the cell. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I went to learn and I studied the law. And I got with old guys and they told me because they wanted to help me beat this shit due to the fact of what happened. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Once I told them what went on, I know I'm gonna help. And they tried to help. They did a lot. So I spent a lot of time in the law library.
All right.